Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get our announcements going on here. Hopefully everybody can hear me. We've had some microphone opportunities. No, just everything went to shit like right before we went live. So, I think we're up and running. So, if we are, give me something in the chat. If we're not, you probably don't even know to put anything in the chat. So, quick announcements. If we are live here, I'll give you at least there. There, you can see them. Awesome. Yep, we got a check here. We got a thank you. So, we'll do some quick announcements so that we can get right into the action, because I know we've been going for a week from Generation Hero. Oh no. So, let's go ahead. Let's see here. Where was my announcements? Creepy as the Day I Was Born. That's an amazing name. I don't know who that is, but it's freaking amazing. All right. I just have a couple little announcements here. I also want to make sure our new followers from last week was amazing. We had Sorrow Moon and Patriot MD about a week ago hop in there. So our followers are getting up there, and thank you so much. It means a lot. It just shows you guys are out there actually watching some of the things we put some decently hard work into as characters, and especially as game masters and producers and costume makers now or something. So makeup artists, all this stuff out here, which we all have to be all of those. We wear all those hats. So, Arknight, let's make sure and give them a shout out. Arknight has some pretty cool things coming out. They've got a Stupid Fight is a game that they're working on that should be coming out this year on Kickstarter. I'll keep you guys informed as much as I can, but they are one of our sponsors, so I always got to give them a shout out. And Ambient Realms, who we're going to get some new sounds and some updates here soon, shortly from them. So that's pretty cool. This week, tomorrow we'll have Chronicles of Karate. We're going to go into episode 2 of his Corollaire campaign. It's a 5th edition. And next week, we're going to take a break. Only just because a lot of us want to go do stuff we have time off, and we're going to go spend it with family, friends, and drink heavily? I don't know. It's up to whoever it is. But that's going to be next week. Next month, we will be back full force. Right after the 4th, so make sure of that. Even on Friday, there's a local event that we'll be at called First Fridays here in North Natoma, so we'll be out there playing games and stuff. And also, we have a podcast coming up. Our first episode, we did already record it. It will be dropping on the 13th. So keep an eye out for that, an ear out for that, because we've got a few more guests that we're going to be recording on there. So every other week, starting on the 13th, we will have a podcast out there, and I will give you more information on that. It's going to be on the Drowning Man Podcast Network. So this should be pretty stupefied. So email us any questions. If you want to ask some stupid questions to these people, go ahead and email them to us. We're always at hello@timetotabletop.com. We're very responsive to those emails, so if you just want to give us a shout out and say hi, we're there for that too. So, let's get to a full screen on these guys. Oh, now you can see all of them, and I'll give them the mic. What do you think about that? All you.
All right. And there's that applause. So hello and welcome to another episode of Generation Hero, the epic superhero saga that takes you through the entirety of comic book history, one issue at a time. This is the second issue of our New Waves arc. We are in the 1980s. This issue entitled Live Amongst the Creatures in the Night. So, before we get started with our quick recap page, let's meet our heroes. We've got some familiar faces from last episode, some other familiar faces, or one at least who was in the last episode. But he's playing a new character, and these guys are still playing the characters they were last time. But let's go around and meet our super team. We'll start with Marvin, I think. So tell me who your hero is, what his powers are, and sort of what his vibe is as he or she prepares to take the fight to Commando Corps.
Alright, so I'm Arvin, and today I am playing the Great Vizandu. With the powers of heliokinesis, manifested as miniature stars, and alien technologies, such as his patented laser fan. Right now, he is feeling like shit. Gunpleat and other shit. He feels like he has no, direction in his life right now. He doesn't know who he is. So his main goal right now, get in contact back with the Empire, the Akaundua Empire, and ask them a pointed question. Who am I? Why am I here?
He got ghosted by an entire race.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Ghosted.
what an existential crisis for poor Vizandu. After that is Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. My character is named Cosette Larouche, but she goes by Lieutenant Scarlet right now. She's running from her past into her future. She pilots a giant robot and does a super suit. So now I'm in America, going to the Midwest where everybody eats corn, I think. And that's all I know. I think Chicago is there, so that's cool. I ate maybe one of their pizzas. Yay.
Sure. Deep dish. After that, we have Eric.
Hello everyone, I am Eric, and I will be playing Xanatos the Splendid, the magician and delinquent, whose powers include gadgets and illusions.
Tricks of a prostitutes.
So true. Not to like a figure hand. Not like a master of illusions. Oh wow, we're continuing, just building on those hand gestures. Very different than what the master of illusions, Xanatos the Splendid, pulls off. And then the final member of the team from last time, we have Dallas.
Hey, I'm Dallas. I'm playing a character named William Lodi, who goes by Imperium Prime. He's a West Coast kid now in Florida, living with his grandmother for an incident that happened in his hometown, and he's trying to form a garage band, literally, in her garage, and she's waiting for the day he moves out, but he's thinking that's never going to happen now that he met these guys, and he's really going to try to make it happen.
Whoa, so you're thinking of turning your super team into a heavy metal quartet?
Oh yeah, that's one of his dreams.
Our base is already in your grandma's garage.
It'd be a great cover to travel the world in, too.
Could be. And that
She
might
just wants
come.
kickbacks.
And that might come into play a little later. And then a recurring player who's joining us in New Waves.
Yep.
We have Nick.
I'm Nick. This time I will be playing Chris Serene, aka the Emerald Drake. He is a transformed. He's around 17, but on his 16th birthday, he received a torque from a friend, much like this.
Whoa.
With some what he thought were instructions. So after reading said instructions and doing what were on these instructions, he was transformed into a half man, half dragon. So basically, he is covered in dark green scales. His feet are giant claws, as well as his hands have claws. He's got small little horns that he tries to cover up with his hair, but doesn't really work very well. And he actually has a tail. At the very end is like sort of like a diamond shape, so he's figuring things out.
A full-on dragon man.
Does Vizandu also have a tail?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 tails and 2 capes in one team.
There's a Venn diagram.
Yep.
So, the Emerald Drake, and we kind of talked about this beforehand, but he was originally recruited into Commando Corps.
Yeah.
As
Because
the-
he felt that there was no other option.
And there isn't, unless you want to break the law.
Yeah.
So he became an official member of Commando Corps with the patriotic dragon name Firecracker.
He was confused the first day he received it.
Does American Heyman have anything to do with that?
Oh, Merrick Heyman, that guy's on the run. He's not. They don't want that guy in Commando Corps.
I've never met a Mary Kamen.
Yeah, Merrick Heyman might show up in this. Maybe not in this episode,
Comes
but
up with interesting sidekick names.
yeah, a little crocodile lad or something.
Yep.
Commando Corps, to kind of recap, is a private industry. It's owned by a bunch of shell corporations, but it's really owned by Kestrel Corps. And they're the only crime fighters that are allowed by the government, because it's no longer a bunch of government-backed heroes that are fighting crime. It's the private markets. And Free Industry has created Commando Corps, but they're interested in making profit as much as fighting crime, and that means causing crime, as in smuggling in lots of cocaine. These guys have been recruited by a very aged hero, Mr. Dennings, who once went by the name of the Mentalist. Under his command, they infiltrated a Commando Corps / Shadow Dragon Ninja Clan party in Florida, and discovered that Commando Corps is really controlled by the Kestrel Corporation. Now they're going to Sentinel City, where they're going to discover what big project Kestrel Corps has planned. So, all you guys have entered the city. We'll kind of just cut over how you got there. Maybe you all rode in on the back of Cosette's dragon.
Inconspicuous.
Yeah. And now you're just strolling down the street, and you are told to meet.
That's how we're going to talk.
You are told to meet your contact, a hero named Mother Eden, which is part of a group called the House of Eden. And while they're outlaws for sure, but they're some of the few heroes who are actually fighting back and protecting their people. Those people of Butchertown, which is where a lot of you guys were in our last arc, which is the slum of Sentinel City. And in the 80s, it's even gotten worse. It's, yeah.
Is there broken glass everywhere?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's so many broken windows.
People are walking around like they just don't care.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just like poverty, the social fabric falling apart, the crack epidemic, the AIDS crisis. All of it's hitting Butchertown right now, so it's a rough neighborhood for sure. One bright spot is Faffy's Deli, where Faffy, also Dragon Man, though he was created by the Nazis, but he was saved by the heroes and reformed.
He's got to be 60 by now?
Oh yeah, he's getting old. A lot of these Golden Age heroes, they're getting up in years for sure. And he's mostly retired, but he still owns the place, and it's a spot where neighborhood kids can hang out. And that is where you, the Emerald Drake, are hanging out as well, because he's a Dragon Man, you're a Dragon Man.
Oh yeah. Me and Faffy get along swimmingly.
It totally makes sense. And you are there. What do you think you're doing in the deli, just as you were hanging out there, when these guys are walking by the sidewalk outside?
I would say I'm trying to be a little bit inconspicuous at this moment.
The scales kind of make that difficult. Are you?
I try and cover them
bundling up.
I've got a little bit of I've got a hooded sweatshirt on, sort of the hood up. Trying to sort of stay out of the eye of the commandos. So I'm just sort of sitting in the corner, just sort of with, I'd say with a milkshake, just sort of.
Yeah, from the time passed. That does make sense. I mean, it's a cold day. It's like, kind of winter right now, so.
So he was in Commando Corps before, correct?
Yes.
When I see him, I would like to actually use one of my moves, somebody that I used to know, which is that I get to roll superior to see if I know something about them if they're a superhero.
Ooh, all right. I will say, yeah, you spot him through the glass. Even with the hoodie, you can make out the scales and the horns and such. So.
Wow, that was a terrible roll.
Oh, maybe you don't know him.
Yeah. I get to mark potential, though.
Hey, that's always good.
That's pretty rare with that. I don't recognize the method.
I mean, he was only in it for like a day or two, I assume, before he...
I'd say like a couple of weeks before I heard about these guys.
Yeah, he kind of realized the truth about Commando Corps.
Yeah.
However, there might be an opportunity for some heroism right now, because as you guys are heading out, you hear a familiar electronic voice coming from the street. As you turn the corner, you see that large arcade cabinet from last time. I mean, it is the Arcadian. He's gone into a new form. He's now in a big, bulky, kind of Transformer-style arcade cabinet. He's a bunch of smaller ones around him. and he
Have I
says,
actually run into this guy?
"You have not, but these guys have. They know the Arcadian. He's like a."
Okay, have I heard of them from like my little time in the Commando Corps? Have they done anything with him, or have they just sort of left him alone?
They maybe clashed them a few times, but
Okay.
because he is a supervillain, but he really emerged to fight them. So it was kind of like pretty small scale stuff the Arcadian was doing before they trashed him. He is a kind of a small robot army with him of other arcade cabinets that he's brought to life, and he is standing up and saying, "Humans, game over for you continues. My plans were foiled, but I have extra lives, and that's not all. The Arcadian has chosen to play co-op."
Oh no.
And with that, another form familiar to you, Dallas, steps out of the alley. It is unfortunately kind of near the early evening. It's a foggy day anyway, which is how this vampire, this glampire, is still alive. He got severely burned up last time, so he has covered up his charred skin with white face paint and makeup. So he's, a pretty good look, very pale, very colorful.
Stalking me.
Well, he doesn't really know you're there, but,
Okay.
or perhaps he does, but he says, "That's right, man. This is day 1, year 1 of the Glampire's groovy glam rock empire. And I brought some of my subjects. I call them the hair harpies. A bunch of giant bats with humongous hair metal heads of hair are coming out of the alley as well to help him. And they start going about laying waste to this block of Butchertown. They're blowing up cars. They're trying to begin their conquest of the world right here.
Well, so much for laying low.
Evidently, what do you guys do?
I just unlocked my moment of truth and I'm going to use it.
Oh, man. All right. What's going to happen?
So, vampires, and my powers are sun-based. So, I'll read off the moment of truth. By the way, I'm using the Phoenix Playbook, which was written by Samantha and Marie Ketchum.
Yes, one of our
Thank you.
former players. Maybe is in the viewing room.
And she's in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent. The viewing room. Wow. She's in the gallery. Yeah.
So, the moment of truth that she wrote. There's not a past you. There's not a new you. There's just the real you. The incident didn't make you someone else, but it opened your eyes to the parts of yourself that you'd never acknowledged. You can now. Do the thing your old mask always wanted to, and your new mask actually can. Bring everything you are and can be together into one evolving self. Of course, every version of you has made enemies, namely, in my case, Orin, who's trying to kill me. Not that she knows that. And now all the grudges are focused on the same person. So basically, the thing that she could never do when she was on the team of a battle...
Go Battle Mech Super Force?
Yeah, of Go Battle Mech Super Force was just tear into people without any regards to safety of anybody.
Uh-oh.
So she activates her super suit, jumps on her dragon, and just lays waste to these bats. Breathes like direct heliotropic fire on the vampire, lighting him up again.
Seeing the giant mecha dragon gives me pause and awe.
And it
I
just,
begin to air so.
I mean, but she's
It's
not
pretty
carrying
awesome.
at all when she's damaging, so it's like gouging things in buildings. It's tears straight up the middle of the road to hit the Arcadian. It's just like, I mean, massive destruction for no particularly good reason. In fact, at some point, you're pretty sure she's just blowing things up to watch them blow up. Like, she blows up a tanker just because that would be cool.
All right.
But the sky is clear. Like, the Glampire is on fire again.
No, not
Again.
again, man.
And Arcadian's gone blown up.
A marvelous display of destruction.
I'm still trying to play on the arcade.
It's like, well,
Yeah, well, they're exploded.
Like I've tied a string to a quarter. Like, yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
The ultimate trick.
But
Do,
it
do.
will also definitely make the papers and let the people that are tracking her know exactly where she is.
Like giant robot dragon lays waste
Well,
the whole
actually-
quarter of the city.
I mean, the giant robot dragon itself coming
An individual who is tracking you is going to know more than that.
Oh, okay.
Because as the chaos is ending and as ashes are starting to settle Flames are burning everywhere, like a building is collapsing and crumbling into the street, casting up huge clouds of dust. You see another individual who comes out of one of the other alleys and is looking everything over. And he says, Mademoiselle LaRoche, you do not disappoint. I arranged these two insignificant villains to attempt to draw you out, and so they have. And my dear, you are everything I hoped you would be. This man, he is wearing a amazing three-piece suit. Very fancy and tailored, kind of a white, tannish fabric. He has a napkin on his head, completely hiding his features. You can see he does have a set of goggles kind of holding this napkin in place, doesn't just fall off, and so we can see through them. And of course, I'm sure the napkin stuff around the goggles is diaphanous, so his eyes can see through. Don't write any viewers about how does the Ortolan see he's got a napkin on his head, okay? For him, it's part of it see-through. And he introduces himself. I am the Ortolan. The name comes from a delicacy. Perhaps you know of it.
Of course I know what ortolan is. I'm not one of these pigs.
Then explain it to your American friends.
An ortolan is delicious for one, so keep all this in mind before I go into what an ortolan is.
Keep talking.
An ortolan is a songbird. You raise it in the dark by blinding it. And it eats and eats and eats and eats until it dies. Because that's what it does. Then you drown it. Well, it doesn't die from the eating. I should be more specific. You take it, you take aspect. Do you know what aspect is? And then you drown it in the aspect. And then when he's done drowning, it's breathed in all the aspect because it's like, help me, I'm drowning. And, then you cook it up and you have it served to you all, and you eat it with a towel over your head. Some say to keep in the smells of the ortolan, and some say that it is to hide your shame from God. And you eat it all, big and all.
The Ortolan says, indeed, I couldn't have explained it any better myself.
It's very
Meanwhile,
delicious.
the entire city block's burning.
Yeah, things are on fire.
Under the tower.
Yes, underneath the towel. It is Mitterrand's favorite dish,
It certainly is.
So,
And it is said that the napkin hides one shame from God, but that is not why I wear it. Because I feel no shame in anything.
are you filled with aspect?
Perhaps. And with that, but he says, but you are about to be filled with something else. He presses a button. He is hidden two automated turrets. He arranged this ambush. They come to life and they start unloading on your team. One of them's hitting you, Cosette, for sure.
Not sure.
So you are taking a powerful blow. And I'm going to say the other one hits... I'm going to say it's going to be the Empyrean Prime because... he targeted you because he saw you guitar soloing.
Oh yeah, I was loving it.
He
Loving
knows.
the fire,
He knows
man.
you're. He can tell you're one of Cosette's kind of fans. So.
Yeah, I figured maybe you turned on like Symphony of Destruction by Megadeth midway through. Was that song existing yet, or is that
Is
a part of
Megadeth
that?
90s or 80s? I don't know.
They were in the 80s. I just
Yeah.
don't know if
Okay.
Symphony
I don't
of
know their
Destruction
albums,
was in
yeah.
the 80s or if it was in the 90s.
All right, write it and tell us.
So can Savior only be used for one person?
Yeah, you can only say one of them. I would say. Or actually, I might let you do. But what exactly? Describe the move you're going to do, and if it's
All right.
applicable, maybe I'll let it work.
Heliokinesis, miniature sun, magnetism. Catch all the bullets. Redirect them.
Oh, okay. All right. Why don't you roll defend? Let's see if that works.
All right.
I'll wait to roll my powerful blow.
Yeah,
Plus 1, 7.
That's a success. Yeah.
it does. However,
You're supposed
it's going to hurt you though. You're going to take the powerful blow. So how does that end up hurting you, Mizandu?
Well, I make the sun. The magnetism works. So all the bullets flow
Nice.
around,
Well-
except they are redirected into my face.
All right, you roll. Take the powerful blow.
So this is gonna hurt. 6. I think
That's good. That's good for a
That's good. Cool.
Yes,
Cool.
and you get mark potential. The Ortolan says, Cosette, your comrades in arms, they care for you, it is true. It is a pity it will lead to their destruction. He presses another button. He has arranged some bombs in the street. Xanatos, one of them's going off under you.
Cool.
So you can take a powerful blow unless you can think of some way to avoid getting a bomb exploding under your feet.
I think I'm just gonna whiz on up using my wires that I've probably
Okay.
been setting up while Cosette was talking.
Why don't you roll Unleash Your Powers for that?
Yeah, no.
All right,
That's
roll
a 4.
Yeah, roll the powerful blow.
Potential.
And now I roll high. That's terrible.
Uh-oh. Which one are you choosing
that's
for that? And how high was it?
That is an 11.
Oh.
So,
Ouch.
yeah.
That's no.
Are you going to pass out, flee, lose control of yourself, or take 2 options on the lower list?
If we can think of a cool way for me to lose control of myself, I'd rather go for that.
Okay, I can think of one.
Okay.
I'm thinking these strings, you put up a little too high. And the force of the explosion, as well as burn you up a little bit, send you flying skywards. And unless you are caught, you are going to be a distant dot in the heavens and come collapsing down.
Off again.
Yeah, it's very much like that.
Does he have a way to come down?
You might need a little help from his friends to do that.
Right.
Emerald Drake, you are looking through the window of Faffy's deli, which
Bring a move sheet.
maybe caught a little bit on fire. And you're seeing this going down. What are you doing?
Okay, question. Have I actually been trying to find these guys?
Probably not, but you can tell by the way they leapt into battle to fight these villains that they're heroes.
Well,
Heroes.
Well,
by the way, does anybody have an extra move sheet? Because I left mine at home.
Yeah.
He left his at home.
Hold on.
Thanks.
I got you.
this was the other one that I had.
And
Okay.
you remember to bring one sheet.
Well,
the other.
Well, that's the more important
I
one.
am
So.
looking for a new hero group, and that display of draconic might was amazing. Could I, as soon as I watch Xanatos launch into the air, can I just try and be like, Faffy, is there a way to get to the roof?
Yeah. that way. That stairwell, roof access.
Thank you. I go up onto the roof, and I will try and catch him.
All right, why don't you roll defend?
The character sheet.
Oh boy. This better work because I have 0 to save here. It's an
I
8.
thought I did, sorry.
Ooh, very nice. All right, so you managed to get Sonatos, but which one are you going to pick? You're going to expose yourself to danger. And I think here's what happens. These automated turrets, they got missiles in them too. And a heat-seeking missile lifts up and flies, aiming for you. So there's now a missile zooming after this savior. You have Xanatos safe in your arms, but now a missile's heading towards the both of you. So,
Okay, let me charge up on this one.
yeah, Empyrean.
Okay, so market I get 3, so I got 7. Alright, so I'm gonna do, and now he's flying through the air, falling? Falling
yeah.
and have a
I basically
missile.
just jumped off
Falling,
the roof.
yeah, and you caught him, but maybe you didn't think that one through. Nope. You're not. I thought you were a flying dragon, but
I
no.
have some impenetrable armor and human might at this point.
Ooh, okay.
You can't
How far
even
away is the
blind.
missile from him?
No,
How far away is the missile from him?
Yet.
it's closing in, so you can
Alright.
you can probably catch it on the way. If you
Yeah, can I just blast with a reality storm?
Well,
oh, sure. All right.
Or gets any closer?
Okay, and remind me,
So I like,
do you roll for reality storms or
no, I rolled to
do you roll
charge
burn?
it,
Okay, I see.
and then I just have to
Mark it off there.
spend 1 burn to directly engage a threat.
All right,
So,
so
I
how does-
roll, and then it's free to the danger.
Yeah. Spinning dice.
Okay, that should be good.
Can I,
7, that's 9.
All right, you Okay. I'm gonna say so. It's for Unleash. This is for Unleash Your Powers. So the good news is you blast the heat-seeking missile out of the way. The bad news is it's been redirected towards the deli. It will now fly there and blow up Faffy's deli if it's not stopped. Cassette.
so, number 1, can I charge up? Because
That's your
I
button.
haven't gone to declare that yet.
Oh yes. Okay.
I think I would have done so.
Yeah, you had your
Right now.
motivation test. Okay. You can roll for that.
Alrighty, so that is actually 10. So I get to hold 4 charges. So I'm going to defend the deli
Okay.
by doing, I want to say tower defense. So I can spend 1 overcharge to activate my mech's external shielding and defense system, creating a barrier that will hold as long as I pay attention to it.
Nice.
The GM can call for me to spend another burn if the barrier is threatened by particular powerful enemies.
All right, I'll say it's okay. It takes the heat-seeking missile, which blows up, but Faffy's Deli is okay. All right, is there anything else you've got to do there, Cassette?
No, I was just trying to defend the deli.
Okay, so the deli's
I
saying,
blew up the whole rest of the block.
"Hey, this deli, it's a great
They're
landmark."
still falling.
Yeah, these guys are still falling out of the sky.
I would like to jump out of Emerald Drake's arms directly at this French villain.
At this point, you don't know who I am.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm just
It's
like, I just got caught by a giant dragon guy, and
Look, in this wacky comic book
this
universe,
through.
it's not that strange.
I did actually think of one other thing I could do after.
All right, let's have you roll. This is 2, so you're going to directly engage.
I'm
the
going to
Ortolan.
directly engage.
All right, go for it.
6. No.
Okay.
I'm rolling terribly today.
So what do you think happens? What messes it up as you're flying down to attack him?
I'm jumping off to engage the French villain, and I realize my wires were burnt up in the explosion.
Oh, no.
So I pretty much just skid in front of him. That wasn't as splendid as I wanted it to be. Ow!
Okay, so you're
Well,
just like falling. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let's have Cassette do what she was planning, and then so we'll have Xanatos. You are at the feet of the Ortolan. He is drawing a very large, high caliber pistol out of his coat to finish you off.
So the other thing I wanted to do was a gamma scan, which is I spend a charge to activate my situational scanners, and I can ask one question about the world around you, and you'll answer me honestly. What's the weak point for the Ortolan?
Okay. I would say, he is like physically human. His strong point is like that he planned this. He turned this area, this whole street kind of thing, into a kill zone.
Okay, but he's just a person. Like if I attack him, he's going to get hurt.
So you think, but yes.
Well, that's what my scanner.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. You determined that he is a physical human.
Okay, that can be hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, because that was my question. Okay, thank you.
All right, Empyrean.
So before he can get shot, how far away am I from Xanatos?
You're just across the street.
Across the
You
street.
didn't really move from where you started.
Okay.
Yep. So you can reach him with a ranged attack, not physically, unless you do have some.
Can I spend a burn to move to where he's at, and then spend another one to shield?
Ooh. Okay. I'll say so.
Okay. So I move there, basically trying to cover you, and then
Wow.
Nice.
heck yeah, that's a 14. So I save him by putting up a shield before, or maybe as he shoots, or something like that.
Okay. So the Ortolan, fires. The shield catches the bullet. The Ortolan is looking around. He says, "It seems you have passed my test with flying colors. I will have to depart. I'm sure I will see you again. Until then, I bid you adieu. Farewell, Cosette. I think you will be biting into the Ortolan shortly."
Talking about biting into the Ortolan, could I have attacked him while he was monologue? Because that is what she would do.
Well, he's done something to cover his tracks. So as he is running back, he's like saying this as he's retreating, and what he's doing, he's bringing back some of his supervillain friends, particularly the Arcadian and his machines.
Oh, I thought I killed the Arcadian again.
You cannot kill an arcade game.
All right.
Hey, you don't kill a video game; they just respawn.
I'm gonna hit the NOS.
All right. Well, they are respawning. Like these video game consoles are. They're all broken, but they're just like picking themselves back up, flashing. A lot of them are in blue screen and death mode. He's kind of like he's making some zombie robots, pretty much just to cover his escape.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to do? Because
Well, hitting the NOS, is that right? NOS, NOS. Spend one charge to move to any place you choose within the scene, breaking through or slipping past any barriers or restraints in your way.
ooh, this would do that. So you.
So, yeah,
all right.
I'm just gonna barrel through these things as they're respawning, like not caring at all.
All right. Yeah. You
and-
smash through the arcade machines.
Yeah, And I'm going to go ahead and disengage my safety systems. So I'm going to add +1 to directly engage a threat. I will cause unwanted collateral damage.
I mean, how much burn can it get?
Yeah, you're gonna level the block, perhaps.
Yeah, basically she just defended Fafi's Deli, and this move is going to explode Fafi's Deli. Because this is typical Cosette.
Oh,
It's
great.
like, I defended it.
Oh, come on.
I
Where
defended
else
it.
are people going to get good sandwiches in this
I
neighborhood?
know. It's the only great sandwich spot left. Maybe Vizandu just need to save it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows Fafi's Deli being
What she's basically done is caused a sonic boom. So, like, that's what's going on. Like, the dragon's moving so fast, it generated a sonic boom as it tears through all these arcade games.
All right, so you're doing a directly engage on the Gortalon?
Yeah.
Is that barrier of yours still up?
She's not paying attention to it anymore.
I'm not paying attention to it anymore.
I will, though. I'm going to supercharge it. Make sure Fafi's Diner stays up.
Ooh, all right.
Valiant tech.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll for that one, which isn't unleash your power. It's a special move. that you
Special
get.
ability.
Alien tech.
All right, so you roll for
Because
that, and you roll directly
anybody
engage.
that watched Big in Japan knows that Cosette has a tendency to defend something and then accidentally destroy it right afterwards.
You have to destroy the deli in order to save it, perhaps.
Okay, so
That's a
that
good roll.
is a 9.
Oh, the deli's gonna make it.
So on a hit, I create a device that can do something impossible once and then fizzle. So I'm
Ooh.
going to do this as a reflection of the sonic boom, but it catches the shield, bounces off the shield into deep space. I'm sending a signal.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
A crazy sonic sound zooms into space.
Okay. So I rolled snake eyes. Now what's funny is I get to add 4 to that, but that still is a failure.
Well, mark potential.
Yeah.
So it's a good
Because the
thing.
Because he is
Ortolan,
gone.
he was expecting this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch. He had a trap set up in that alley, knowing you were going to rush straight at him. He predicted it pretty well. He knows you. Someone under that napkin knows you.
She's pretty predictable, and then all she does is attack.
And what it was, how he stopped you is he's got all these powerful magnets built into the walls of the alley. As soon as you come through, they activate, and your mech is trapped. Or wait, was it you charging or your mech charging it?
I was
Or
charging
was
it
the mech?
on my
Yeah, riding.
Just
it.
riding
Okay.
on top of
She
it.
rides on top of the dragon now because she decided that looked really badass.
It does. I'm sure Empyrean Prime is way into that look of dragon riding.
Yeah.
But this time, maybe not so badass because the dragon comes to a screeching halt thanks to the magnets. Maybe take some damage even. You flip back. I'm gonna have you take a powerful blow as you fall off and crash down.
Okay.
And the Ortolan gives you a friendly wave and dashes down the alley to escape.
Yeah, now I roll high.
Uh-oh.
I don't have a sheet that tells me what that means anymore.
Yeah, so what'd you roll?
I rolled a 10.
Okay, you gotta choose one. Remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Or 2 options from the lower list, which could be taking 2 conditions. Or giving ground, getting the opportunity, which we could say is opportunities in the escapes. Or the opportunity could be from,
No, I'm
oh,
gonna say like she's gonna lose control of herself and her powers in a terrible way.
okay.
Which is that she decides to take out all the because her outfit's not metal,
Yeah.
and she decides to take out the magnets by just exploding everything.
Of course.
Oh no.
Okay, so you guys have a teammate who is blowing up blocks,
Uh,
blowing up the walls, and it's looking very bad. Also looking bad. So not all those. She took out a bunch of those. The Arcadian's children, the Arcadian robots. They're coming back up to fight. However, you also have some assistance. Some other people are coming down the street to help you. It is Mother Eden and some of her children. They are all transgender individuals. Some white, some black, Puerto Rican. Mother Eden herself is black. She's wearing a very stately looking white fur outfit with a matching round fur hat.
Now,
Very, very on point
we
outfit.
never established what happened since I was still following.
Oh, you're right. Well, these guys might save you, but they're coming in too late. So how do you get out of that situation? Or any one of your friends can help you.
I was hoping.
Zanatos can pick himself up off the ground. And just as you see your savior plummeting
Charge
to the
out
sky.
what's
So,
happening.
Um,
Dragon Burn.
I don't know if this will really work, but I was hoping to activate Unstoppable, which is when I smash my way through scenery, to get to or away from something, I can roll plus danger.
Okay, let's see you do that.
So basically, I make this giant crater in the ground and then rush towards the Arcadian crew. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Well,
You should be good.
actually 8.
Oh, all right.
So
So how does...
on a 7 to 9, choose one. Market condition: leave something behind or take something with me.
So what are you thinking? I'm not sure you have a chance to take anything with you because you're just falling through
No.
space. Probably condition's going to be marked in this case.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
Maybe hopeless because you tried to save somebody.
Either-
you
I
did,
was
sort
thinking
of.
either-
Then he jumped out of your
Yeah,
arms.
Yeah. Or maybe insecure because that was not the best.
Yeah, not the best heroism. Hero-y.
Yeah.
So did you just like street sharks through to the Arcadian?
essentially
Something like that.
something like that?
I mean, giant swaths of the street are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mother Eden quickly does a quick move. She's like voguing. Shadow energy. She is literally throwing shade. Leaves her hands and blows up a bunch of the Arcadian's mini robots. And then she says, I'm not sure who the heroes and who the villains are, but that person is destroying our city. Either you shut her down or we will.
Like who?
The,
her.
the one that's tearing apart
Okay.
buildings to free
Okay.
the dragon right now.
And at
So-
this point, yeah, she needs to be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, go for it.
You got it? If not, I'm going to spend some burn.
Okay,
Yeah, go for it.
so what do you do to stop
I'll
Cosette
provide
here?
backup for you.
Alright, I'm going to overcharge. Says I channel the full capacity of my incredible powers
And he's
to
got a
overcome
12.
an obstacle, reshape my environment, basically. So I'm going to try to reshape the environment so that the magnets are, I don't know, turned into something rubber, so the dragon just like bounces out of the alleyway or something like
Ooh,
that. Like I
okay.
said, literally
Yeah, I'd
like,
do
reshape
that.
everything so it just like doesn't get harmed anymore.
Yeah,
So
and that would
hopefully-
also stop from destroying these two tenement
Right,
buildings.
I'm gonna like just take the fire and turn it into I don't know mist or something like that. So hopefully she calms down because I have nothing like to calm emotions, but I can at least reshape the environment and stop all the damage.
Okay.
That is a much better plan than what I had.
Always good to hear that. Hey, we love bad plans on Generation Hero. So what, okay, so you spend the burn?
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, it was 2 for that one.
Okay, so the magnets are switched off and you're just harmless rubber. The dragon kind of settles down. It's under your control again.
Cool.
And the buildings took some damage, but they're going to be okay if you stop blowing them up.
Please stop destroying the city.
She jumps onto the dragon to chase after the Ortolan.
He's gone.
Well, she's gonna look for him from the sky.
Okay. Mother Eden says, as she's zooming up, she's like, look, this redheaded bitch is crazy. The Commando Corps is going to be down here on us, like, right now. You got to calm her down. Yeah. Oh, you know about them, Mr. Dragon
She doesn't
Man?
know I have red hair. I'm wearing a helmet.
Oh, okay. That helmeted bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
She does have red hair.
I know that.
Thank you.
I mean, she's just making the assumption that I'm crazy because I'm a ginger.
Alright,
You could say I know them.
All right. Well, if you're part of this group, Mr. Dragon Man, after causing
these guys.
tons of damage in the street, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Big thanks to that. That pothole's
sorry.
going to have to be filled
I mean,
in.
I assumed
And it
you were
won't be.
like a nephew of Faffy's or something.
Not exactly. Yeah. Can we just are those?
Yeah, you better get her back here. We got a safe place in the city we can go. but-
Introductions later.
Exactly. If she is not stopped, Commando Corps is going to be down here soon with their like USA copters and helijets, and they're going to turn this whole place into a battlefield,
Yeah, I would
which we
rather
can't
not be-
have.
I would rather not be found by them again.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Mama Eden, I totally agree. I like your stuff.
Mhm.
Can I try to use my influence on her to comfort?
Oh yeah, you have influence
Is that
on me.
possible?
Ooh, actually,
Now that the fire's out,
Actually-
Dragon's safe. Now that she sees, hopefully that that's safe.
Please do. So that means I think a comfort and support, yeah, which might calm her down.
Maybe she's about to take off and you can...
Yeah, I will say that. Actually, with the comfort and support.
Nice.
7. Mundane, right?
That is true. All right. So, did you get any conditions
No.
during that fight? Okay, so you can actually take experience then.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Potential.
So what do you say to get her to stop flying this huge dragon into the sky, alerting everybody?
Please remind me what the dragon thing was. Did I remember that?
Beauvoir.
Beauvoir? Alright. I totally butchered that. Because my character's...
BVR.
Beaver!
Like, Cosette, babe, but VR's, like, he's alright. Like, it's only cool. Like, please calm down. We're gonna be alright.
Okay. You are super cool. I will listen to you. I got a little hot-headed there. I am sorry.
Yeah, babe, you get hot-headed, but... Woo!
So,
I mean, it's more than just a little, but okay.
Huh? Oh, this is nothing.
Well, we destroyed a good bit of the city, so that's
Honestly, this neighborhood already looks pretty bad.
okay.
Someone's got to live here.
Enough chatting,
Okay.
let's go.
Yeah. Exactly. Follow me, children.
Alright. Run away with
Mother Eden. And I'm going to say, let's see, who was probably the most impressive to her? Actually, Empyrean Prime, I think it was you, because
Oh, yeah.
you calmed down the person who was destroying the city. So you could take one influence to Mother Eden. She likes you. Yeah. So you can write down, that's you, Empyrean Prime. So just write down that you have +1 to Mother Eden. And with that, she takes you to the House of Eden, which is sort of a old-fashioned theater that's been retrofitted into like a living space, as well as like a clothier. That's not a word. I don't know what I'm saying. A place where clothes are. A wardrobe.
Wardrobe?
Yes, a
Closet?
wardrobe. Yes, for the House of Eden and the various balls they participate in. She gets you all kind of in the backroom area. She says, "All right. So, how much did Old Man Dennings tell you?"
Wait, who?
Oh, I forgot. You're not with
The
them.
Mentalist.
But you want to be a hero, right?
Yeah, that's why I originally started this.
Oldman Dennings told us a little bit, but primarily we were told to find Kestrel. This was by me overhearing people talking, you know?
the Mando Corps is evil and owned by Kestrel Corps, and we should really stop that.
That's who they are.
We have to stop Kestrel Corps, and then now there's Otalan. There's a general belt theme going on. She's still in her outfit, by the way. because
Interesting.
She doesn't really trust.
Well, I don't know about this Ortolan guy, but Kestrel, they've been around since like the 40s. In fact, Kestrel's grandfather got himself killed by some of us hero types way back in the day. Apparently, he was like a Nazi sympathizer. So this is all sort of rumors, nothing was ever proved. But Skydancer, who I'm a big fan of, lifted him up and dropped him from a great height. And there was barely even dental records left by the time that was done. So anyway, the current CEO is that dude's grandson, Kevin Kestrel. He's a grade A yuppie asshole. However, we got someone inside Kestrel Corps. Not exactly one of my children, but she works for the House of Eden now and then. She's been in Sentinel City, kind of causing trouble since the 70s, which is kind of when I bumped into her. We got her in there disguised as one of Kestrel's secretaries. So what you have to do is infiltrate the place. You find her, and she'll get you into the boardroom. From what she's been telling us, there's this big boardroom meeting going on. So, we're going to put into action what I'm going to call Operation Executive Realness. You guys are all going to dress up as a bunch of fancy execs, potential investors. You're
That's not going to work with me. Only because I'm pretty sure Kestrel Clover knows who I am and will be able to spot me in a mile.
That's a problem.
Him and him, they aren't going to blend in, huh?
Not at all. I mean,
I'm already wearing a
magnificence
tuxedo,
is on.
so
You'll fit in then.
tuxedo, cape, mask.
Yeah. I'd
Fine.
go ahead and deactivate my suit at this point, and I'm still wearing my outfit from when I was pretending to be a prostitute, so I still have the roller skates and like.
You didn't even change.
No.
It's been a few days. You said-
Oh, okay. It's been a few days.
yeah, this is like this day of. Like I assume
Then
it
never
took you.
mind. She's in more normal.
Okay,
clothes.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
She
she's
says-
she's in her classy hot pants.
Nice. She says, "All right, look. I know you guys aren't exactly human, and this is gonna put."
That's rude.
I was talking to you two. You three are normal, I think. Anyway, but look, who wants to be normal? What I'm saying is, passing is going to be a whole new level of challenge for you two. But I'm seeing if I can make it work.
Please.
On the other hand, I mean, we got makeup, we got costumes here. Any of you guys ideas?
Well, I suppose I could pretend to be Daphne Winterbottom of the Winterbottoms of Hampstead,
I love it.
looking to invest in the American companies, and I've heard great things about Castro Core.
I happen to have a wonderful disguise, and it's not really much of one. I actually think my father has already invested in them.
And who's your father, child?
Archibald Xanatos.
Ooh. Well, good news is you're right. Bad news is, from what I've gotten from our woman inside, if that is the right word, is he's going to be at the meeting.
Lovely.
So you might bump into dear old dad again. Imperium Prime, I can do something okay with that hair. We'll get you a good outfit.
No, dude, can't cut the hair.
I'll gel it. How about like a Jerry curl? Can we do that?
Pull it back. How about
Yeah, we'll make it work. But
I
you
don't
two.
believe this jelly curl is going to make him look more professional, huh? But perhaps you could dress him as a chauffeur.
We can do that. Just wonder who happens to come inside.
Maybe just put in a little ponytail. An attaché. He could be carrying the case.
Sounds good. Question is, what do we do about these two?
I might be able
The
to.
dragon and the lizard
I
alien.
might be able to get in on my own.
Okay.
I used to be part of the Corps.
I will hold it against you. People have to make all kinds of bad decisions these days just to survive.
Well, at the time, I thought it was the only decision.
Understandable. So what are you thinking?
Being who I am.
You want to try and go in as yourself, thinking that you're returning to the fold?
I think that might be doable.
Okay. They might buy that. They might just take you out back and shoot you, but it's worth a try. Vizandu!
Good luck getting past the scales.
Yeah, might be our only option.
Oh, so you're bulletproof.
So far, as I've been able to tell, I mean, the only person who I've been able.
So we are trying to infiltrate this meeting and kill everybody, huh? Oui? That's all we do?
Possibly.
Including his dad, Derek. You okay with that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so we
Whoa.
get in there.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll survive. Probably.
He'll survive being killed? What?
Yeah, he's a tough old man.
Do you think this has anything to do with the Rotelon?
Grandma took old ladies.
It's possible. Look, I know what goes on in this town, and I haven't seen that weird napkin-headed motherfucker since, like, ever.
Yeah, I don't think even.
Yeah, he's a foreigner.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's working with Kesh or not. I mean, they bring in all kinds of crazy people to act as their muscle.
For Vizandu, can I actually use my power of illusions, i.e. stage makeup, and actually try and get him to look human?
All right, let's you roll Unleash Your Power. See if that can happen.
I wouldn't be able to do that with Emerald Drake, but
It's too late,
You're
Vizandu.
fairly humanish, right?
He has a tail.
Oh yeah.
I have a tail.
Guess what? That tail's going in your pants. In your pants. You're just gonna have like a weird leg that's a little bit bigger than the other leg.
You know what? You could put him in a
I can
wheelchair
sympathize
and
with
put
that.
a blanket
Blanket?
over his lap.
Sure, you want to go for that?
Humans are disgusting.
That would-
Now we have to be one
That
of
would
them.
easily hide a tail.
Hey,
So there's
Nothing
this.
wrong with being human.
Xanatos walks up to the alien. There's a cloud of dust and makeup, and then he comes out on a wheelchair, a perfectly like peach flesh tone, and it's just getting rolled out.
And I would say for that lizard-like head, just a lot of prosthetics to make it look human.
like, how much of a lizard head do you have?
Vaguely-ish. I mean, not full-on, gecko or anything, but
You have a really big nose.
And as I said, a forked tongue, slitted eyes.
Yeah.
Contacts
Oh,
take care of that, and a big
Yeah.
fake tongue.
Oh, yeah.
This is some Academy Award for best makeup stuff going on here.
No,
But it
yeah.
works.
I forgot to mention that my character's eyes are very like draconic, almost very similar to yours, like slits and but slightly different. But yeah,
Where are you from?
actually here.
On this planet? Are you sure?
Yeah. I take off the torque. This guy right here is the reason why I'm like this.
But you took it off and you're still like this.
Yep.
If you put it on somebody else, would it turn them into a thing like you and you would not be a thing like you?
Not to my
anymore?
knowledge.
Okay.
That's too bad. I wouldn't mind being a dragon.
Well, at first I thought it would be fun, but it's
Are you like him in the, downstairs area? And so you're not having any fun?
I don't understand what you mean.
I don't know when you talk about that.
It's alright, Vizandu.
Okay, I
He just
may
took the
look
pants off last
large.
night.
Yeah, I know.
I may look large, but I'm only 17.
Well, okay, she says, children, some things are best kept private. Anyway, Cassette, you mentioned killing everybody. Don't do that. Operation Executive Realness, you gotta keep a low profile. Because here's the thing. If we, kill Kestrel, you find out his plan and then kill him, plan's still there. Someone else, the CFO or whatever will just take it over and put it into use.
Okay, so we beat him until we find out the information, then we kill him.
I don't think you're gonna have to beat him up. He's gonna tell you. You're gonna be infiltrating a presentation to his shareholders and potential investors.
Oh, okay, so they're just talking about it.
Right. You just listen in.
Okay,
Get out of there and don't blow your cover. Because if you do, he'll find out about it. He'll find out House of Eden was behind it. Commander Core might come after us. So don't blow your cover.
okay,
And
they
then-
changed their plan if all of them died. So,
It's alright.
I like the sound of my own voice.
I mean, I was speaking in front of you, but
Oh, man, is Visander getting kind of a French accent too, instead of rubbing off?
I've been on this planet too long. As far as I know, I've always been on this planet, so what else is new?
She says, haven't we all?
Same here.
All right, any other questions before we start fitting you for your outfits?
Yes, do you happen to have a radio or something similar here?
I can look in the back. What do you want to do with the radio?
I sent a signal off not too long ago, and I just wanted to know if they got it.
That sounds real pathetic. But all right, we'll see what we can do.
Don't judge me, human!
All right, so the category is executive realness. I'm sure you guys all go and dress up pretty well. We already got the costume set
Oh
up.
yeah, I do my hair into a stupid updo and have those ridiculous 80s
Yeah,
shoulder
I was
pads
thinking-
so that I look like I came straight out of Working Girl.
Yep. I pull out my old outfit from the
Ooh, so you're dressed in this firecracker? What's that one look like? Very patriotic, I assume.
oh yeah. Actually, for some odd, it's basically a pair of I hate saying this, but the pair of American flag pants.
Yeah, we got those big American flag
Yep.
pants.
And surprisingly enough, they decided not to give me a shirt.
just
No shirt.
Yeah, just pants only. Just show. Well, you don't need a shirt. You got scales.
Yep, that was their reasoning, and I'm just like, okay, sure.
All right, Imperium Prime. They got you in a chauffeur's outfit. Xanatos, how are you going in?
Sebastian walks out of the closet in a finely tailored suit. Everything that can be monogrammed is with bright SEX.
Wow.
And he's just fabulous. This is what his father has always wanted him to look like.
Whoa. Okay. Mother Eden gives you guys all 10s as you're coming out. Too. So good job there.
What did you put Vizandu as? What was the
You are
source?
a businessman. I made you a white guy, but this is the makeup I had.
That's alright, all humans look similar to me. Except, strangely, you folks. I've gotten kind of used to you. Strange.
Yes, we've all grown accustomed to each other's faces. I have to
Interesting.
remember to stay in this accent, darlings.
So we are going to
Business at hand.
cut ahead a little bit.
gotta see if they.
Oh
actually
yeah,
got the
yeah. We gotta
signal.
take care of that.
Right.
You know what? Why don't you roll? You roll superior. We'll see how well it does.
Right.
This will tell you how much you know about how your message went on, and I'm gonna tell you whether or not they responded. How'd you do?
3, 10.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna say with that one, you're able to figure it out. It went there. They definitely got it. They definitely have not responded.
Oof.
They got it and are not picking you up for some reason. So, yeah, something's going on. They are willful. At this point, they are willfully ignoring you.
Oh.
But you're not sure why exactly. It might.
One day
Maybe
they-
it's not your fault.
One day they just left me here.
Aw.
I mean, I'm gonna need a ride home.
Oh man, wait, hold on. We should have seen her if Vizandu phoned home. Or tried to, just nobody picked up. Poor Vizandu. And with that, we'll cut to Operation Executive Realness. You are in Kestrel Corps HQ. Your whole contingent comes into this giant, massive lobby. It's all very minimalist architecture, just like pure white marble. Little desk in the far corner, totally empty. Huge, ostentatious fountains in the corners pouring away. There's lots of corporate workers coming and going, heading up. And you know that the meeting with Kevin Kestrel is going to be on the top floor. As you're going through, some of you guys, or you all spot an individual who is perhaps familiar to you if you're a big fan of Heroes, and familiar to you as players for sure. It is Jabberwocky, the psychotic cult leader from the last arc who caused so much problems. Now he's joined the Square World, and he's the head of security at Kestrel Corps. He's wearing just kind of like a white suit and pink shirt, sort of the Miami Vice look. And he as you guys hit, he sort of approaches and is like, "Whoa there, slow your horses, fellas. Where are y'all headed?"
Can I roll?
Don't you see that these are the executives that Mr. Kestrel was asking about?
I seem to remember he's got some kind of shindig with the rich and famous upstairs.
Yeah.
These are them?
Yes. And I was asked to escort them.
Ooh, do you want to publicize that roll you made, or should we not do it? I'll let you decide if you want to.
Sorry?
I was going to have him roll for this one.
Oh no,
About-
I wanted to roll to see what I knew about Jabberwocky.
Oh, right, okay. Well,
Using my somebody that I used to know thing, and I rolled really high on it,
oh, okay.
like a 14.
All right.
Oh wow.
So what do I know about this dude?
You know everything. You know he was involved in that weird Wonderland cult a while ago,
Yes.
and then he reinvented himself, almost as if a new writer took over and wanted to take the character in a strange new direction.
Did this? Do his employers know about his history? Does that seem likely?
Probably, but also they probably don't care because he gets the job done.
All right.
That job is violence,
Right.
and also plotting and scheming, all the evil stuff a corporate head of security would do for a big evil corporation. Okay, so Emerald Drake, I'm gonna have you roll provoke. See if you can convince him.
Superior. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. 8.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that. So that is gonna do it. You can choose. You want to take +1 forward against him. You get a critical opportunity, which would be I would say is the opportunity to get you and your friends past him.
Yep.
Or maybe you want him to overreact, gain influence over him, or you want to go for the critical opportunity. Now you pick
Yeah,
now, and I'll
no,
say
I
he
think-
he lets you guys go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the critical opportunity.
Okay, he takes a step back. He's like, "All right, lead on."
All right, thank you very much.
You take him from the top, Mr. Firecracker.
I wince.
Hey man, prodigal son's back. I'm sure they're gonna be happy to have you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You all go into the
Yes, I
elevator.
believe it'll be a frabjous day for everybody. Could I say?
Yeah, that old Lewis Carroll stuff, I'm kind of beyond that. Appreciate the poetry, but that's the old me. The old me. You hop into the elevator, goes right to the top, and you head into the outside area of the office of Kevin Kestrel. Outside in the lobby area, there is a secretary, who's another hero who some of you guys might know, or I don't know if hero is the right word. It is Venus, who is a life-stealing plant vampire woman.
Well, I'm gonna roll to see what I know something about.
Yeah, so you should know about Venus. She's a pretty
I
famous
know
figure.
a lot about Venus.
She's very much in disguise at this point, though. But she knows you guys are coming in. She's the inside plant vampire woman.
Oh, so she's our inside.
Exactly.
Okay.
And as you can imagine, she got it through her natural attributes. Yeah, which is very fitting for the secretary for this kind of company. So she's kind of playing dumb to the other guests as they're all heading in. When she sees you guys, she kind of heads on in and she says, "Mother Eden sent you, right?"
Yes, you could say that. You could also say that I'm Daphne Winterbottom of the White Hawk Corporation of England.
But we wouldn't.
Understood, Miss Winterbottom.
No, we are all just normal humans on this normal planet.
Yeah.
Yes, this
I know
poor
that
thing
feeling.
is in a wheelchair because
Terrible.
of the accident. We don't talk about the accident.
Would you like a little kiss to make it better?
He visibly resists the urge to throw up.
I'll
I
take
thought you were
that.
going to
as
say
no.
blush through the makeup.
What about what about you, sex boy?
Perhaps after the meeting.
I think so. Also, Mr. Sex Boy, I think your dad's in there.
That was expected.
And as she ushers you in, you can indeed see Archibald Xanatos. What does he look like? How's he carrying himself?
Picture Carnegie and somewhere around those lines. So
Yeah, he's a bit-
old white man, white hair,
Big mustache.
big mustache, a bit chubby, but just enough to show that he's got money and food. And let's throw in a monocle just because.
Oh man.
Monocles are classy.
Yeah, he will go for the monocle, and that monocle, you better believe it, pops out with surprise when you walk in. He gathers that, returns it to his eye, and approaches you. Sebastian, what are you doing here?
I'm here to observe the meeting. Just, you've always wanted me to enter the business world, haven't you?
Yes, but I would say you entering it under my wing, not wandering in unannounced to a meeting which I am in.
Well, sir, if I may, he wanted to show you that he was very serious about business now by bringing in the investors of White Hawk of Hampstead. I am, of course, Ms. Winterbottom. I'm sure that you're familiar. Yes?
Perhaps. Name sounds sort of familiar. Why don't you roll provoke? See how well you're pulling off this.
All right. That's plus superior, right?
That is correct.
Wow, that was terrible.
Uh-oh.
Well, I get to mark potential.
Okay. What gives it away?
She delivered every single line that she just said in French.
I'd actually like to roll a delinquent move here. Are you watching closely? When you mislead, distract, or trick someone, roll plus superior. So as she starts speaking in French, I start yammering to my father about stock market prices and things that would really interest him, numbers and money, and see if this catches his attention.
Yeah, let's see if that works.
I get lost in these
Yes.
conversations.
Oh,
The French
yes.
with the numbers.
That is a 14.
Whoa, okay. He totally forgot about this strange
Yes.
French. He just figures you made a
Yes,
mistake
as
from
she
some
goes
French
in.
concern.
Goes into like, je m'appelle Daphne Winterbottom de Angleterre.
He's just like, your French friend is charming, Sebastian, and I'm so glad you've taken interest. Tell me, are you really gonna shove all that magic crap aside?
I wouldn't say crap.
Well, I
However-
would, because it's very lame and stupid.
Well, we'll see where the money is after this meeting, shall we?
I think we shall.
I have to say, one of the things, because now that she thinks of French,
Yeah,
it's not
she has to.
Ah.
I am Winterbottom.
Well, one of the things that we are very interested in, as a matter of fact, is little magical items for children. Things like that. Just It is a good way to do the, how you say, mind control on the population.
Interesting.
You make it's a little mask, I hide my eyes and then you can't see. But in reality, it hypnotizes them and they do things like rob banks, I think you said, perhaps.
Never rob a bank.
She says,
But
"Are
you can
you?
if it wanted to.
Is this something that you are implying my company does?"
I thought all the companies do this.
Well, I'm not at liberty to speak at some of our various investments and subdivisions. What they get up to is really not my concern. I'm more of a bottom line kind of guy. And the bottom line with Kestrel is that he says he's about to reveal something that could change the world and provide untold opportunities for profit. These days, that's what everyone's concerned about.
By drug running through Commando Corps.
Look, people are going to get the drugs anyway. This way it can at least sponsor certain political movements that otherwise would fail. Political movements that, by the way, respect freedom and American might in Latin America.
I've also heard that the White House currently is very white. I hear that they stay awake a lot.
It might be so. Look, sometimes you just want to have a little bit of fun to relax afterwards. Nothing that I partake in, but as long as they keep it together, I'm not complaining. Like I said, the bottom line is what I concern myself with.
And it is human nature to get ahead by any means necessary, isn't it?
Of course, you would know that as a human.
It wasn't meant as a compliment.
Sure. Well, I might take it as one. And
You
so
have
would
to
Kestrel.
understand, he is a scientist working on, what we talked about earlier that we did not talk about.
I understand.
His way is blunt, but he's a genius.
I know the type. Well, come on in and take your seats, and we'll see what Kestrel has to share. Perhaps your French company can invest some as well. Maybe hopefully the return will be worthwhile. As you guys head in, you see that Colonel Vanguard is there, along with a few other members of the Commando Corps, including Shadowblade, Warpig, and Napalm. Maybe some more elsewhere too. You can't. It's pretty huge, like boardroom, big circular table, and right there in the front is kind of an open area where Kevin Kestrel is hanging out. But before just giving a speech, Colonel Vanguard notices you, Mr. Firecracker, and heads right on over. Firecracker.
Sir?
Should have went AWOL, son. Now you come walking right back in.
Yeah,
You know, back in the day, we'd shoot soldiers who deserted.
Oh, I don't think anybody wants violence in the boardroom here, huh?
well,
Of course not.
I overheard that these executives here were in need of some protection, so I decided to take some action on my own.
Why don't you roll provoke for this one? I think this calls for a provoke. It is a little suspicious to be like, I'm never going back to Commander. How'd you do?
Another 8?
Nice.
All right. So which are you going to pick? The critical opportunity is he will believe you.
Okay.
You're going to go for that one.
Yeah, sure.
All right. He is dubious. He believes you. Also, before I forget, Cosette, you take +1 for Sebastian.
I do?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, not Sebastian, Archibald.
Oh, okay.
And Sebastian, you also take +1 to your father.
Lovely.
Respect me, Dad. He's ranking you a little bit more because he thinks you're willing to leave that magic stuff behind. And now enter the nice, respectable world of evil corporations.
And drugs.
And hard drugs. And that respectable world is about to get a little bit less respectable as Kevin Kestrel comes out of the sort of back room. He's wearing he's got the yuppie look with like the big shoulder pads, the suspenders, totally slick back hair. He's a very handsome young man. And everybody kind of sits down as soon as he comes out.
I appreciate his shoulder pad game.
Yeah, his shoulder pad game is on point. As are yours, too. He gives you a little look and like a slight nod of respect at the shoulder
I
pads.
nod back.
Almost as good as the business cards, I'm sure.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
mine's
got the
eggshell. with
he's got the
watermark.
watermark. Yeah. So he's looking everybody over and he says, So glad you could make it. I'm so glad you could hear about this very exciting and wonderful opportunity that Kestrel Corps is contemplating. This is something that you guys are going to want to get in on the ground floor on. Look, grammar's not my strong suit. Making a profit is, and that's what's important these days. So let me ask you this: what has been one of the biggest stumbling blocks to true corporate profits this century? Don't answer that. I'll tell you the answer. It's superheroes. Superheroes are all about like the opposite of what we want. Superhero gets power. They just go out and use it to save people. They don't charge money. They give that shit away. That's not okay. And so if everybody was like, and what's worse than that, superheroes inspire others to have the same kind of thinking. Instead of like people being independent, striking out on their own, using inspiration, getting wealth the right way, they just want to like help each other out and share. And hey, if we wanted that, there's a whole other place on the other side of the Berlin Wall. Okay? Not in my country. Not in my America. Now, one of these superheroes did happen to drop my grandfather from a great height and kill him. But hey, I believe in profits, not holding grudges.
It's Green Slaver.
Yeah, that was old Kevin Kestrel's grandfather. So our exciting new initiative is all about that. Finally getting rid of heroes for good. We've already done that kind of legally. We put our friends in Commando Corps in sort of the heroic role, but heroes are still out there. Unfortunately, they're kind of woven into the fabric of reality at this point. So it's time for that fabric of reality to be unwoven.
I would like to assess the situation here.
All
I
right.
have a very particular question I want to ask, which I should be able to do even if I miss. Which 5, 6, 7. Oh, I get a hit. But the question is actually going to come from the delinquent move criminal mind, where I get to ask even on a miss. How could I best infuriate or provoke Kestrel?
Ooh, okay. I mean, he's kind of full of himself. So I would say just like, and right now he's in the moment everyone's attention is on him, and he likes it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So taking the attention away from him, bringing up annoying facts that could upset him.
Okay. How about would putting on a mask and being a superhero?
Yes, that was super upsetting.
Lovely.
This guy hates superheroes for some reason.
So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to provoke him in an attempt to get him angry and look stupid. Take off my glasses first. You say superheroes are your weakness. You say superheroes.
Yeah, I hate
your
those
profit.
masks. Okay, well, you want to play? So it's going to be like that. You're going to put on this mask right in front of me and be a hero, huh?
I am a hero.
Ugh.
Might I suggest something?
Mm-hmm.
In France, we have found a way of maximizing profits by using superheroes. If the superheroes, instead of caring about not destroying things, say they destroy many things, this is very good for people that make buildings. As long as it does not happen so often, it really can maximize the profits of our construction concerns.
It does make a lot of sense.
So perhaps you could have these Commando Corps people be a little less delicate in the future when they are fighting. This is my suggestion to you. This is a free tip. We have leveled several blocks around France and made a great deal of profit in such a way.
I appreciate it, and that's a great way to clear out some unsightly neighborhoods
Exactly.
and replace them with much more profitable condominiums.
Yes.
That's definitely something Kestrel will concern himself with in the future.
People who were displaced from those people, from those things.
Well, if they cared about where they lived, they would get jobs that earned more money
They
and
can't
would be
fucking
able
do
to
that.
move. Okay, who let this guy in?
Didn't you?
Okay, look, I happen to inherit my money from
Okay.
my very wealthy family.
It's because of
But-
people like you that the lower class can't get jobs. It's you people who discriminate against these people, and therefore they can't get the money that they need.
hey, they should just be able to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and move.
Says the corporate fat crud who got his money from his family.
Okay, so Vanguard, what is this firecracker asshole doing here, ruining my moment? And then Archibald, is this your son over here putting the mask on? Archibald is like, oh, Sebastian,
Mr.
you're gonna lose that
Kestrel.
influence real fast.
It really
Can we say
sounds.
that was what I just did was foolhardy?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
It sounds to me
Wait,
that
my insecurity.
yet another Kestrel needs to fall from a great height.
Whoa. Alright. You want to give me a little death threat, motherfucker? You want to play hardball? Let's fucking do it.
I kind of. I'm trying to not blow my cover.
Yeah, as he's saying this, Warpig and Napalm are like flanking him, and they're covering you with their guns. He's like, okay, I'm gonna cut to the quick here. Now, there's a little excavation that Kestrel Corps is engaging in Ireland at the moment, and that's gonna be part of our big mystery initiative. With that, see, I know, archaeology, like old dusty shit, who cares? But some of the stuff we're digging up is gonna, as I said, rewrite the fabric of reality and make heroes a whole bunch of zeros to take them off the balance. But for the moment, I mean, the excavation is ongoing, so we got to get rid of heroes the old-fashioned way, and I'm going to do some of that.
Villains too?
What?
Are you gonna get rid of villains too?
Look, I can't control everything. Okay, I got some.
Technically,
You
if
think
they
cops are
want-
gonna be able to deal with the villains that are out there?
Hey, if they want high-powered weaponry to fight them, they can just buy it from Kestrel Corps.
Technically, if they want to get rid of heroes, wouldn't that make them the villains?
They already are villains.
All right. Well, we've
I
heard from
don't-
Mr. Sex asshole over here.
At least you acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Do you have a particular safe room or anything around here? Because I feel like things are about to be very bad, and I'm just a normal person.
Yeah, well, if you're not a hero, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Anyway, let me
Okay.
bring out some other heroes, and I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to deal with them. As he's saying this, the door opens, and Jabberwocky comes out holding two very famous heroes at gunpoint. They have been tied up, beaten up, and they are now weak. It is Skydancer, who is, I mean, he's also very much getting on in years now, so maybe it wasn't too hard to beat up a poor old guy.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's all tied up. Also there is the King of Atlantis,
Oh,
Monarch Merman, who...
Oh.
I didn't catch him.
Yeah, he's still strong, of course, but I mean, hey, even fish gods get old, and this guy he's the same age as Skydancer, so maybe there's some gray in his scales. Also, Kestrel's in charge of like a super evil corporation with Commando Corps at his disposal. What was that?
Isn't Monarch Norman older than Sky? No, it's not Sky. I was thinking
Cloudsinger.
Yeah, Cloudsinger's
Yeah,
the
much-
younger
I'm
one,
wrong.
yeah, who's kind of the protege of Skydancer.
Yes, that's right.
Anyway, these two guys are all like,
Next up for the superhero again.
they're all like, yeah, they're all chained up. Kestrel walks over to kind of the corner and picks up a sword. He says, "This is one of the swords those Death Knights wielded. I give it a little bit of a addition. He has laid out a line of coke on it. He just goes, just to get things going here. Now, look, as I said, I'm not someone who bears grudges. There's no profit in that. But when some son of a bitch drops your grandfather out of the sky, well, sometimes you just want payback. I'm gonna get it right here. And this fish, hey, monarchs are over, man. In this age, it's what you earn, not what you get from your birth.
Isn't it a costume?
You just
Wait, what?
Anyway, time for these heroes to meet their end right now. He gets his sword ready. He's going to decapitate. He's going to start with Skydancer because that's the one who he hates
Does anyone
the
have a high
most.
savior?
Nope.
I have +1.
I have a -1.
I have a 0.
I have a -2 in Xavier. So.
Remember, you guys do have, or especially, well, actually, not you, Firecracker, though. Well, Colonel Vanguard is behind you with his his assault rifle, but you have Warpig and Napalm,
Ever.
and Shadowblade, like a good ninja, is nowhere to be
Okay.
found.
Can I do something?
Let's have
I was actually going to do a Be the Monster.
ooh, okay, let's have Emerald Draco and then Cassette go.
So
That's all right. Okay.
it's like I'm trying to. Now, if anyone has any ideas on how I can like frighten and intimidate this mother,
This yuppie, yeah.
I will tell you that Cosette's idea involves a wall being blown apart
By a dragon?
by a dragon.
You guys are on a very, like, the top floor, like a skyscraper.
I say you grab one of the commando corps and throw them out the window.
That works. I was actually thinking of grabbing him and dangling him from the window, out of the window.
That works too.
Well, right now, I would say, to get to him, like, he is the... If you make a move, Vanguard's going to shoot you. So you got to take care of Vanguard before you do other stuff.
Okay. Then I will...
Actually, can I deal with Vanguard? I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a smoke machine and just provide us with a little fog of war.
Ooh, okay.
So, unleashing my powers. 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark a condition to make sure that this works the way I want it to. And I'm going to mark angry.
Makes sense.
Does putting on my mask in front of him count as a foolhardy action?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Blows your cover right
Lovely.
off. It's me, Xanatos the Splendid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I should note, meanwhile, while they were doing all this, like, my character was, like, punching in codes for the dragon on her, like, wrist communicator.
Why do I have such a secure password?
Too many. One uppercase letter,
Trust me,
one
the-
punctuation mark.
The left hand was doing a lot so that nobody noticed the right hand. So I'm just going to do a try real quick. Oh, yeah, that worked very well.
So, from my cape, just smoke starts billowing out to give cover for Emerald Drake.
All right, because of that, the
right.
smoke covers up Vanguard. He can't quite see what's going on.
Cool. And I'm still in the view of Mr. Yuppie.
Yeah, you can attack Kestrel
Okay.
if you want to.
So I think before I do that, I'm going to grab the... I'm guessing there's a huge giant table, and I'm just going to throw it out the window to break it,
Ooh, okay.
and just run up to him, grab him with one hand, and dangle him out the window.
Ooh, all right. Why don't you roll Be the Monster for that one?
Let's go these guys. Is that just plus freak? Okay. That's an 8 and 10. 11.
Nice.
Whoa. All right, the table goes flying, window shatters, and you have Kestrel, like, in your hand outside. He's just, like, choking and coughing. He's still kind of hyped up from the cocaine. And he does still have that sword in his hand.
Yeah. So much for not having that whole thing about vengeance.
Does Kestrel have a fear of heights because of his...
Maybe a little bit. But right now, he's just, like, glaring at you, and he's like, "You dragon son of a bitch. You don't realize what you're doing? Get your scaly hands off me."
Okay.
Do you really
Poor
want to say that
choice
to me
of
right now?
words.
He swings you with his sword and stabs you. You're taking powerful blows. You were hit by a sword. Oh, because that...
No, that doesn't happen.
Okay.
So I am doing Get Behind Me. Spend one charge to superimpose yourself into a threatening situation. Defend someone else from immediate threat by rolling plus danger instead of plus savior. So right when he's about to swing, the dragon, like, they were so busy talking to each other they didn't notice the giant red dragon.
Makes sense. Hey, it's whisper quiet. What is the dragon doing?
Not much.
No, actually, my
Oh.
danger is really good.
Nice.
So, so I get 7 on that. So it's defend. I forgot to bring my sheet, so I can't remember the rules for
Okay.
that.
It costs you. Actually, I'm going to say what this one is. It exposes yourself to danger.
Okay.
The dragon rushes in and manages to, like... what does the dragon do to, like, stop him
Oh,
hitting?
it just grabs both of them. Like,
Ooh.
grabs one in one claw and one in the other.
All right, and rips them out of the building.
Yeah.
And then before it can do much else, it is hit with a blast of missiles. You're taking a powerful blow, or I guess the dragon is.
The dragon is.
And what's
So-
causing it is a flight of Patriot helicopters. This Commando Corps, their special action playset is coming into play here. As their helicopters fly in and start attacking.
All right, I'll go ahead and roll for taking a powerful blow.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
Okay.
Once again, don't have my sheet.
Right, so you can either lash out verbally to remove a teammate to foolhardy action. Actually, I'm going to see what this is. You give ground your position gains an opportunity. I'm gonna pick this one.
Okay.
And what happens is the dragon lets go of Kestrel. And he flies and falls down. For a while, he's freaking out. But then, one of the Helipatriots swoops up and catches him.
Okay.
And then it starts zooming away, or at least flying back to a safer distance. Now, before your dragon, as it's recovering from this, Cosette, you're taking another powerful blow. There's a high-powered laser beam comes from the rooftop of one of the buildings and cuts into the dragon.
Okay.
And it's not from anything that Kestrel Core has,
I
or
would
Commando Core.
actually, in this case, like to use my tower defense.
Okay.
So
Yeah, this
external
makes sense for
shielding is
that one.
activating, creating a barrier that will hold back threats as long as I keep my attention on it.
Okay.
So basically, the dragon just, like, because that's watching, the dragon goes beep, beep, beep. A
Yeah,
shield forms
the
around
laser.
it.
Okay, so roll for that one. See if it can stop the laser.
That's not a roll. That's
Oh,
just-
right. Okay, so you got that. The laser hits the shield, is not able to pierce
Yeah.
through. And you look down and see what fired this laser. It was from another mech.
Okay.
This one is a giant scorpion
Gotcha.
with a big scorpion tail as a laser and
Wow.
huge pincers.
Where the heck did that thing come
It's
from?
perched on the building, also whisper quiet when it came in. And you can look down and you see coming from it, kind of like popping out the top, is the Ortolan.
Gotcha.
And he's like, you stole the plans from Japan about their mechs. Did you not think that others would gain these powers that you so cavalierly use?
I don't respond because I'm undercover. Also, I don't know if I can hear him because
He's
he's way
screaming,
down.
"Oh, right."
And I'm way up. in the
Look, it's a word panel. It's a word bubble. Okay, you can read it. Yeah. That's the greatness of comics. It's all word bubbles.
Wait, what?
Anyway, it's called Le Scorpion. So
They Scorpion.
that's what his mech is called.
Yeah.
Scorpion in French is scorpion. Fun fact.
Dragon in French is dragon.
Cool. All right, Empyrean. Let's go to Vizandu and Empyrean Prime. So he's out the Kestrel's out the window, but you still got a lot of the Commando Corps and 2 tied up weak heroes. So what are you doing?
First, was any food in this place?
Oh yeah, they had a nice little buffet platter laid out for the.
All right, so I like
Investors.
literally spit what was stuffing in my mouth because I was doing the whole time. They were like arguing. I just backed
Caviar.
up. Just like,
Yeah.
so I like spit out my food when the whole thing happened. He's throwing him out the window. How far are the heroes from me? Can I get them like a regular move?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go over to them and untie them if that's possible. I don't know if that takes anything special or.
You are going to go into a line of fire with some Commando Corps members. Is that okay? In fact, I'm
Can
going
I-
to say. Oh yeah.
Can I charge up before I run at them?
Yeah. Let's you charge up, and then you're going to take a powerful blow. I think which one's going after you. Who do you have influence over? Because didn't you kind of? You have
That was
influence.
Mother
Okay.
Eden, though.
In last game, did you get influence over any Commando Corps members?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, cool. They're both going to shoot you then. I'll just make you take the one though, but might be a little bit tricky because a blast of machine gun bullets and a burst of flame from a flamethrower is hitting you.
Oh wow.
So roll, take a powerful blow.
Not too bad in Calls of Dragon.
Yeah, you're out the window.
Nice.
Yep.
Snake
Snake
eyes.
eyes.
Perfect. How do you avoid this flame bullets coming at you?
I literally dematerialize and then materialize after.
Oh, nice. They just go right through you. All right. So you reach the heroes. What do you do?
Turn their ropes to licorice.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
There we go.
Change,
You have
change
actual
the material
magic.
mat up. Yeah, the
Major
material
Merman
mat
is
up.
like, Harmonic Merman is like, delicious. Great Vizandu, you were watching this whole thing going on. What do you do?
He's kind of conflicted at the moment, and he's going to talk to Skydancer about that.
Skydancer
So-
looks up. He's still kind of. He's like trying to pull the licorice off him.
So, here's the thing. In the past, you kicked my ass. My first defeat.
I remember, son. Or actually, I vaguely remember. Look, I fought a lot of supervillains in my day.
Yes.
You don't rate too highly. Sorry to say.
Yeah. You know, normally I would hold a grudge against that. But
What have you
today,
done about grudges?
I'm going to throw my fan. The laser fan. Today, I'll make an exception. Because I've learned the villains are much worse than the heroes can ever be.
Whoa! All right, you're gonna take +1 influence over Skydancer. You inspired him for sure. That bit of heroism.
Right.
He takes the fan and he manages to zap. I'm gonna say napalm and send him blasting back towards the window.
Where did you say Kestrel went?
Kestrel right now has escaped.
There's a thing that's going to happen with him and the dragon.
Oh, okay. He's in a helicopter. He's in one of the Helipatriots right now.
I'm going to see if I can find out where he is. So I'm going to
I just thought of the idea of just like yelling to the dragon, "Get me into that copper!"
That's
maybe we can.
that is going to happen.
Just throw you.
I'm letting you know what's about to happen, so that
All right, I'm gonna get in position then. Gonna take my Kirby Craft, which is my jetpack, and fly out the window. Get in position. Find this guy.
Whoa. All right, you're zooming
Fastball
with this
special.
guy.
Yeah.
However, Zandu, you got a problem because you're not in that jetpack alone. As you jump out, a previously unseen ninja.
But not this guy.
Oh yeah, Shadowblade. He's like, well, actually, are you still in your crippled old man disguise?
Oh
In a
no, I
wheelchair?
took that off a while ago. I can't-
Yeah.
It's me, Vizandu.
That
I
makes
jump
sense.
away from that too, like I'm so totally shocked. Zutila.
Is everyone here a hero?
I'm trying to be.
Yeah, I was told to stay undercover, and I'm staying.
That's right. I mean, your friends have kind of
Yeah,
blown
they've
that
blown
cover.
it very
That
bad.
cover is super blonde, but
I don't think it's blown for her yet.
perhaps that's
By the way,
true.
what were we here
All right,
to
so
I still have my influence over his
So we found out
dad.
they're
In
playing.
fact,
Yeah.
I'm even like kind of.
Yeah.
I've
We don't
moved
have
over to his dad, but there's a
details
thing
of it,
that's going to happen with the dragon before.
okay,
Too much.
let's do Vazandu and Shadowblade. Shadowblade would be totally okay about stabbing an old guy in a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
But now, so he's like,
Oh, yeah.
I would have loved to stab an old guy in a wheelchair, but I'll settle for stabbing you, and he stabs you. So you're taking a powerful blow as a katana goes into your gut.
Oh, wow, that's a
That
time.
sucks. You don't want that.
All right, so Vazandu, what's happening?
So, what were the options?
It's remove yourself from the situation, pass out, flee, lose control of yourself and the powers in a terrible way,
That's always a fun one.
or two options in the lower list, which could be taking
Better than
two
getting
conditions, giving ground to give him an opportunity, or lash out verbally to provoke a teammate to foolhardy action.
Your jetpack blows up.
That would be, I would say that would be a lose control of yourself and your powers in a terrible way. Is the jetpack exploding?
Ah, so in that case, in trying to get him off of me, I accidentally touch my jetpack and press a button I really shouldn't have.
Uh-oh.
Which is pretty much the, what would you say, hyperdrive system of it?
Oh, okay.
Because I think I give it, dimension shifting. So we're gonna go on a little trip.
All right. So what dimension do you go into, or what
Dark shadow dimension.
That's a,
I got some ideas.
yeah. What dimension have we visited? Oh, we could go back to that one dimension. What was the name? The castle. What was your name?
The space between the stars.
Yes.
Oh man, you're going there? Okay.
Is this the sitcom dimension?
No, this is not the one that
Nah.
I'm blanking on his name.
Paragon.
The Arbiter, yeah, Paragon, kind of made look like that. This is their castle home, which is now, I mean, old Mister, but not Mr. Cthulhu. What's his name? Mr. Alhorezed is still there, keeping it clean. Maybe Cygnus pops in now and then, but it's a little bit lonelier now that Strangel is gone.
And then
But yeah.
pop these two dumbasses.
Yeah. Now these guys smash through, go into a window, smash down into like the drawing room. Mr. Alhorezed is dusting and just looks over. He's this Cthulhu identical butler who was in our last arc, and is like, oh my.
Can Close to You by the Carpenters be playing?
Oh yeah, he's got it going as as they're just hacking at each other. We'll come back to you soon, Vizandu. But yeah, you're out of this fight until you find a way to get back into our dimension. Well, we'll check back. Let's have Xanatos and then Cosette.
I think I will be jumping out the window. And
You guys still have two vulnerable old heroes with a bunch of
I have
psychotic
complete
mercenaries
faith
in
in
them.
them.
Hey, one of them has a fan.
Yes, one of them is armed actually, so that's something.
And Merman is Merman. Now that he's untied, I'm sure he can do something here.
Well, maybe not. I mean, they got worked over pretty good. They might need help to escape.
Fine, I guess I can deal with the commandos. Who's still in the room?
Right now it is Warpig.
Warpig and Napalm?
Colonel Vanguard's in there. Yeah, Napalm's still in there.
Cool. I would like to directly engage Napalm.
Okay.
I'm going to do a very similar thing to what I did with him last time. Just run up to him and touch him. And hopefully attach my wires to him. Yes.
Nice.
That's going to be 12, 13.
Whoa! Alright, take 2.
So I'm going to resist his blows, and I'm going to take away his footing as he just.
And he is dangling from the ceiling, not able to set you on fire. Let's have Cosette and now in the dragon's hands, Emerald Drake.
Okay. So what happens is the dragon, who's currently generating a shield around itself, takes you from its hand, pops you onto its back. Your feet are latched in so that you're not going to just go falling off.
You have a dragon riding a dragon.
If the dragon takes off, and you now have reins in your hands. And it says, facial recognition acknowledged. New rider, I forgot your character's name, Emerald Drake. New rider, Emerald Drake. Temporary possession of Beauvoir. Hello, Mr. Drake.
Oh, in his head, he's totally nerding out.
Oh my gosh!
This is the best I ever.
So now you have control of the dragon as an aircraft, and Cosette, meanwhile, inside is trying to duck somewhere to
Yeah, as bullets and fire going everywhere.
to be hidden. Are there like video cameras up and around in this place?
I would say so.
Okay, then she's really screwed because she can't turn into her super form. So she's just
I can throw you out the window where the cameras aren't anymore.
she's just
Great
not
idea.
announcing
Everyone
any of
is.
this. So she's just pretending to be super vulnerable, scared, and trying to make her way towards Archibald, who she has a +1 with right now.
Okay, yeah, Archibald's also hiding in the table. And you can see behind you the door is open, and Venus is kind of like ready to get you guys out of there.
So I'm going to try to get Archibald out of the room.
Ooh, alright, so you're gonna roll provoke on him to get him to leave?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to. He's like, I'd rather stay put and let the professionals handle this.
Oh, is he calling me a professional?
No, I was talking about the Commando Corps. My son still wants to wear a mask and be a wizard.
Monsieur, if that red dragon is here, we do not want to be in this room. Trust me.
Alright, roll provoke.
Okay. I have,
See if
a
he
plus
buys
one.
it.
I have a +1 with it.
You
right?
do, so you're adding +1 to whatever you roll.
Nice. So that is 13.
Alright, he's like, good point taken, let's go.
Okay.
So he'll follow you. Where do you go?
I'm just like Venus was gesturing that we get out, so I'm gonna join up with Venus.
Alright.
Wasn't that what she was doing?
Yeah, but she also kind of wants you to get the heroes out, to get Merman and Skydancer out.
Okay.
Empyrean, what are you doing?
So now that the
They're in the-
ropes
they're
are
in the
free,
other
right?
room, yeah.
The ropes are free. One's got a fan. She's gone with Archibald.
Yeah, they're at the room. But
Alright.
there's still Vanguard.
Right.
Yeah.
and,
All I knew from the
Warpig.
gesture was get people out, so she got Archibald out.
That makes sense.
So to help get the older heroes out, I'm gonna overcharge again, and then basically put like reshape the floor to a barrier that either like encages those two guys, or at least puts a wall so that they have to take the time to get around or whatever, so we can help you get away.
Ooh, alright, let's see what happens.
So I want to give this to you because you're
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
you're
mech
piling
right now.
the mech right now.
So there's the mech form charge up.
Alright.
She already used 1 charge on it to do the get you between danger. So you still have 3 more charges. So out of those lists, you have 3 more things that you
Yeah,
can
so
do.
decide what you want to do, because you got this Scorpion as well as these Helipatriots around you.
Alrighty.
Alright, well, let's see. How did the burn go?
Oh no, it was spend 2 to get a 10 plus.
Oh,
So
right,
I unleashed my
okay.
powers basically.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, instead of spending 1, you spend 2. So I basically reshape my environment to, like, say, either blockade a wall or like put them in like a box or a cage so they can't get us, so we can get the old guys out.
Ooh, okay, so you're able to block Commando Corps' attack, and you get Merman and Skydancer out the door, and they're heading out as well. So Venus points you towards a service elevator that will take you out of the building into safety. Meanwhile, Emerald Drake, you thought riding this dragon was okay, but now you got on one side a whole bunch of helicopters, on the other a laser-wielding giant scorpion robot.
Yeah.
So why don't you do one thing before you start getting blasted by rockets and lasers?
I think I'm gonna do an all systems go, which is
Oh.
channel the full capacity of the mech systems to overcome an obstacle or reshape your environment. Spend 2 charge and take a 10 plus on unleash powers. So basically, I'm going to in one fell swoop. I think we're gonna do like heliokinesis on the scorpion and just destroy it, and then just cut a swath through most of them except for the one that I know that
Yeah, Kestrel's in.
Kestrel's in. And then once all of those guys are out, I'm going to have the dragon grab onto the last chopper so I can get inside and grab Kestrel.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I actually forgot that I had actually used 2 of the burn already, so
Oh.
you've used up the burns,
I
but
used
you
up the
can charge it back up if you want.
Okay.
I'll do the charge, yeah.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be interesting.
Because
Okay.
you are in command of the dragon right
Yeah.
now.
All right.
If you destroy it, she's not going to be happy with you.
I would not be happy either.
No, my dragon.
All right, so let's roll for the burn there.
Well, I take a 10 plus, and I guess do I charge up at the end?
Well, you can charge. He still had 2 burns left, so he
Oh,
can't do
okay.
that.
Okay.
So you can do all systems go?
Yeah.
He can't do all systems go. I'm
All
just
right.
letting him know that he's going to
That-
have to charge it
Yeah.
up again.
If
Right.
I try and do something else.
If you don't want
yeah.
to do something
All right.
else.
Yeah, I'm gonna say so. The all systems go works. You're able to blast down, do some damage to the Le Scorpion, but not totally destroy. Because like it's a mech. It's as tough as the it is as tough as Bouvier.
All
I
right.
said that wrong, didn't I?
Beauvoir.
Beauvoir.
Yeah. All right.
Are you
I've
thinking
at
of
least
Marge's
incapacitated.
maiden name?
You are thinking of
Yeah.
Marge's
I would say I've at least incapacitated for the time being.
Yeah, it's definitely giving it a pause.
Okay.
You smash through a bunch of the other helicopters, and you reach the helicopter with Kestrel.
Yep.
So you want to try and jump inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically just.
Why don't you give me Unleash Your Powers for that one?
Okay. 6. That's a 9.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. It's temporary in that you don't get all the way in the helicopter.
Okay.
It's like got one of those, kind of open side doors. You get in, you manage to like wrench open the door and kind of poke your head in. That's about as far as you get. The wind is rushing at you. You're not going to be in there for long.
Okay.
Kestrel is like sitting back, looking at you. He's like, those freaks in Butchertown sent you, didn't they?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Mother Eden. Those, him and the cross dressers.
Not
Yeah,
doing
he
this on my
just
own.
misgendered her. God, he's horrible.
He's a
I
real
know.
prick.
Yeah, oh, for sure. He's a yuppie. What do you expect? So he's like,
No, I'm just doing this to get to you, so I can take you out.
okay, so let's say you do that.
Can the dragon assist him to get him into the ship?
It sort of tried to, but I'm saying like smash through a bunch of helicopters and
Yeah,
take it out.
gotcha.
The
Yeah.
Scorpion was about all it could do. That's yeah. He's like, let's jump a little ahead here. Here, I'll tell you what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You kill me the next day. Commando Corps levels Butchertown, and Mother Eden, all her friends are killed, resulting in flagration.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't leave the world much poorer, I guess. But hey, maybe you care about him. You're a hero, right? So you're into bullshit like that.
See,
On the other hand, you let me live, and I'll forget this happened here. I will
See-
not bother them. I got bigger plans. I don't got to worry about a bunch of cross dressers in like the ghetto. Okay.
I think that you should help him live up to his family's tradition.
See, I would do that, but we kind of need him alive to get the gist of where this thing is. So, my plan was to grab you and get you to these people that you so hate, so you could, let's say, give us the information that we need so that we could be the heroes.
Well, remember, you already do have. He's not saying this. This is me.
No,
Michael Penn is
we don't-
saying this.
We don't know exactly where it is, though.
I will say, it's in Ireland, and like,
Ireland's a pretty big place.
Ireland is pretty big, but with that, once you get information at Dennings, he'll talk to his contacts and they'll figure out where it is. So, I mean, there's not that many archaeological excavations in Ireland that are funded by Kestrel Corps. So,
Well, yes.
in fact, there's only one.
Okay. So,
He's like, so you have a deal? I mean, I'll let you go.
or I could just,
Drop him.
have you go the way of your grandfather. I'm pretty sure the rest of your the actual heroes can deal with whatever you can throw at them.
He's like, yeah, and then I guess the world's gonna know that heroes are a bunch of murderers. There's that possibility too. You want to might not consider that one.
You don't think the core isn't?
The PR aspect?
Yeah.
Yeah, but except we rerun the PR game, okay?
Yeah, not very well.
I'll take it under advisement, Mr. Firecracker.
I hate that name. Did you give me that fucking
Now,
name?
I'm tired of this. Make up your mind, and then get the fuck out of my chopper.
Your arguments aren't doing very well.
He's gonna make his mind for you. He's gonna kick you and try and get you out of there. So you're gonna take a powerful blow, and we'll see what happens.
Just a normal human kicking a transformed powerful blow.
You're like barely hanging in there, alright? It's not gonna be too hard to... How'd you do?
6.
Good.
Ooh, okay.
That's
So he
another
kicks
one.
you, but I guess you stay put.
Puny little man.
He's like, ow! Dang it.
Dude,
You got a hard head.
it's my scales, dude. It's not my head.
I should have known. Alright, look, Mr. Suitcase.
Mr. Suitcase.
I'll say it again. Either you let my helicopter go, and maybe all this, bygones this, or
So-
all your freak friends are dead.
Or I could just grab you now.
Yeah, and then my CFO takes over because I'm just one guy and this is a corporation. You can't actually fight those by punching them. Or you can't throw a corporation out of a helicopter, my man.
Who said I was going to throw you out?
Don't you know corporations are people now?
Yeah, corporate person.
Basically, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to. I'm done talking. I'm going to grab
Yeah.
him,
Ooh, okay.
get back onto the dragon. The
Uh-huh.
dragon is going to destroy the helicopter and let it fall.
Oh, jeez.
The dragon's more than happy to do that.
Okay, so you take Kestrel hostage there.
Yeah.
But then, and you jump back onto the dragon. Okay. I'm gonna say the dragon is able to take out his helicopter, but let's see if you can get him down to the... Let's see if you can pull this off. Because... Let's see. Something weird is also gonna happen about Vizandu's coming back to your dimension.
I found the right button.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on there. Vizandu, we already did take a powerful blow. You're actually gonna take another one, though. Because while you and Shadowblade are, like, on the ground there wrestling, what happens there? So, yeah, we're going to discover what happens there, which is you're taking a powerful
Still
blow.
fighting in this dimension.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess it gives you a stab. So so take a powerful blow there.
Right. 8.
Okay. I'm going to choose this one. It's going to be gets an opportunity,
Okay.
which is this. He steals your jetpack.
What did
And he presses the button that goes back to his dimension. And unfortunately, you got Kestrel. You're hauling him down. He's starting to quake a little bit. He's like, all right. Let's reset the situation as you're flying down on the dragon. Meanwhile, you're trapped in the place between the stars.
And only now I'm looking around saying, where the fuck am I?
Just like me.
Yeah, and Mr. Alreson's like, some tea, sir.
Screw it. Well,
So Kestrel says, all right, let's reassess the situation here. What do you want to know? Maybe I can cut you in, make you an investor. It's not too late to be a firecracker again.
You really think I like that name?
I'm spitballing here, baby. What do you want?
Look,
He's starting to get more and more nervous as you're hitting him down. To the
He
back
can
of
get you an
his
American flag jacket.
With an eagle.
Yeah, you want a shirt instead of just the pants? I can make it happen.
I just do not want to be a part of your group.
So what do you want?
I just want what's best for the people. And obviously, corporations aren't that.
Supreme Court begs to differ. Anyhow, I'll let you. So you have time to ask him maybe one thing. He'll probably tell it to you as you're flying down.
How do you plan on reshaping this reality?
He says, "All right, I'll tell you. You find something. There's some very, very powerful old artifacts. Some ancient civilizations got in touch with some very powerful individuals. I find those artifacts. That will let me do it. Now, one of those artifacts is, and before I can tell you the rest of it, Shadowblade comes back on his jetpack. Shadowblade swoops down. He dimension hops right next to you. He grabs Kestrel, hauls him away, not very gentle about it.
How is he able to fly the thing?
Oh, look, after the debacle in Los Angeles, he studied up on jetpacks because there was some crazy sky stuff going on to that one, I believe.
Okay. Is there a way that I can like use what strength I have to keep a hold of him?
I'm gonna say,
Please rip off his arm.
yeah. Well, okay,
You
I'll
know
give
you want him to have a metal arm.
Yeah, I'm gonna going to unleash your powers for that, and that's where we're about gonna end this. Well, this is the last roll of the session. There, how'd you do?
10.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yep. You managed not the whole arm, but his hand is coming off. He is
Ooh,
screaming,
Skywalker.
yelling as his arm is mangled and ripped free as the jetpack flies him away.
God damn it.
And you and your dragon start circle landing, and it's now time to get out. Thankfully, wait, you were out the window as well. Where were you last, Natos? I think I might have lost track of you.
once I dealt with Napalm, I think I would jump out the window.
Okay. How do you are you able to? Can you fly? Or you use your wires?
Just wire down.
Yeah, that's what I was
just
thinking
went
there.
down on the elevator.
Yeah, we took the old guy.
Your dad?
I'm just asking him about like the Grateful Dead the whole time and things like that.
He's like,
Have you seen the Stones?
I prefer Brahms. Ugh.
So how's it going? Good? Everybody okay? You
I've
guys
had
all
better
okay?
days.
It was not. I hope this was not how we planned the meeting to go because it is very strange.
I hope that's not the case. Look, you obviously know my son. Tell him that he's made some strange decisions. Dressing up like a weird party clown.
Party clown. Ouch.
Hold on, Pops. Hold on there a second. If you could have seen what your kid did the other day when he made a mansion disappear and fooled a whole bunch of people, he pulled off some crazy stuff.
Why don't you roll
I don't think
comfort and
you-
support for Archibald?
I don't think you know your kid.
Yeah, he might be into that. How'd you do over there?
8, and what does that do?
Monday.
Say,
Plus mundane.
no, Monday.
Oh, so that's a 7 actually.
Okay.
Yeah, minus 1.
Same.
So he's like, he's like, my son, he's ambitious, he tries, but that seems to be almost all he can do. If he would just direct his energy to something that could actually benefit himself and the family and the world instead of playing dress up.
May I show you something really quickly of his? This is his new business card. I had business cards made up. It's
It is.
incredibly tasteful.
It is a very impressive business card.
Yes.
Even
Well-
has a watermark.
Maybe I'll get in touch with him, but when you see him again, just tell him that his father does still care about him. He just wants him to pick a life that is a little better than that of a wandering magician superhero. Because I really don't see much of a future in that, especially if Kestrel has his way.
I guarantee you something, old man. Then in the future, you're gonna see your kid. You're gonna see his name. You're gonna see him up on stage. So you don't gotta keep looking for him too hard. You'll find him real soon.
Perhaps.
Come make it big.
So, elevator reaches the bottom. Thanks to Venus's help, you were able to slip out, and then everybody reconvenes at the House of Eden. Mr. Dennings is now there,
And
along with
it's-
Mother Eden, and you listen in, and Mother Eden says, "So it sounds like you guys are all going to Ireland." Dennings says, "Yeah, I may have some contacts there. Actually, there's another hero, Irish by nationality. He went there after Commander Corps kind of took over and got into some kind of got some radical political friends over there. He used to go by the name of Agent Orange, but right now in Ireland, orange is not the color to have. Calls himself Agent Emerald at the moment.
Agent Emerald.
Yeah, kind of like your name.
Is it going to be very confusing with him being
I
Emerald?
know we got
today?
2 emeralds here. You might just want to call yourself the Green Drake or something. Anyway, you'll fit right in. They love that green
See, the reason
stuff.
why I chose Emerald was because I thought green was just too cheesy.
Well, you should be orange. You know, just
Sure, the
colors.
orange.
Also, once again, you do not want to be orange right now.
Yeah, you don't want to be orange right now,
I mean,
especially
it is
around Emerald,
Well,
Agent
obviously
Emerald.
I'm not orange.
I mean, this hair that I've got
Mother
is
Eden's
fine
like, we
because
could
there's
dye
only
you.
other person there.
I don't think my scales can die.
She says,
We'll get you an orange.
I got,
orange
look,
jumpsuit.
you haven't tried my dyes. They're very powerful.
The main thing is we're going to Ireland.
Okay.
I should think so. Agent Emerald, he's with the IRA. So
Oh.
yeah, like I said, not a fan of the orange. Anyhow, if there's a weird excavation, he'll take you to it. But be careful because England's not exactly a friendly place right now. We got old Ronnie in the White House. They got old Miss Thatcher, and she's a tough one. So while you're over there, be careful. Figure out what Kestrel's planning and stop it. And with that, oh, you have one more thing, Cassette?
With Meldo.
If necessary.
Just make sure it's from a great height.
And with that talk of how to do a good, great height murder, we're going to end this episode of Generation Hero. So, are there any quick questions in the audience? Anything we got to address from the chat there?
No, but we did get. I gotta turn my camera on.
Before we go doing the close of session stuff.
No questions tonight, but wow, it was a great night. We got a couple new followers, and thanks Samantha for being in there and supporting your playbook because she's really in there.
Yeah, I gotta say the Phoenix is working really well. It's a lot of fun to have.
It's
the
an
game.
amazing playbook to see in action. So thank you
Yes.
so much.
So both the Ranger
Means
and
a lot.
the Phoenix.
So we got raided tonight by Castle Mac again. We did that a couple weeks ago. Thank you so much, Castle Mac, for throwing a couple of viewers in there. And creepy as the day I was born is now a follower. Didn't just want to creep, but wanted to follow. So thank you for following. It means a lot. And also Snuggles the Young Miss has followed tonight. These are some really cool names.
Love the
So
names.
thank you for tuning in and being very active in the chat. The more active you are, the more stuff we can give away to you and do stuff in the future. So it helps. So thanks, guys. Oh my God. No real questions tonight, but I'm sure we're all
Let's go ahead and do
questioning
the
things.
yeah, questioning a lot of stuff. Let's start with Emerald Drake for this question.
Okay.
So for the end of session, did you grow closer to this team that you just bumped into and joined? Did you grow into an image of yourself, or did you grow away from the team?
I think he grew into an image of himself.
He's not Firecracker anymore.
No, he now like sees the error of like what he joined in the first place, and he knows that like he can be something away from the corporate yuppies, and sort of be a hero unto himself, and sort of figure out his own way of being a hero.
Oh, nice. All right, Dallas, what do you think?
I'm not sure if I will say I grew closer to the team in my moment of realization when I sort of like backtalked Xanatos' father. Like I'm not sure if that would like saying like I'm growing closer because I realized like he could be a real big component to it.
Yeah, you're speaking up for your teammates.
Okay. All right. So
I can see that. That makes sense. Like you're becoming a. I mean, before he was just some weird magician you sort of hung out with one time. Now
Right.
you got his back.
it's either that or I'm growing into an image of myself. There's no way I'm going away from the team. Everything was awesome again today. And what they did.
Oh
So,
man, I love Ethereum.
Yeah, I'd say growing closer, and then therefore with
Xanatos, nice.
All right, so Xanatos, how about you?
Xanatos is growing more into his own image, basically telling off his dad by putting on his own, putting his mask back on, getting Kestrel angry. He's going to be lowering mundane, increasing savior because he's a goddamn hero.
Ooh, makes sense. How about Cassette?
Yeah, so I think Cosette is growing more into the image of herself as well. She's got an opportunity to blow a lot of things up, which she would have never been allowed to do before. But she also had an opportunity to be all like secretive and like flex her muscles that way.
True, some
As
spy
a-
stuff.
As a spy. I don't know which way I'm shifting around yet. I think I'm going to actually shift mundane up and freak down.
All right.
And for my shifts, I shifted savior up and freak down.
Ooh, okay.
Because mundane's like what dictates all the things that are like. I mean, her spy stuff would all fall under mundane, basically.
And Vazandu, you're trapped in another dimension and kind of got hung up on by your home world. So how's he? What's his feeling at the end of session.
We'll get you back. It's
You,
fine.
you had a rough time, Vizandu.
Don't
Just
worry.
drinking tea with the butler, the Cthulhu butler.
Yeah, and kind of an impromptu
They're
therapy
going all
session at the
on.
moment.
Yeah, he's very much listening to you as you're just talking
So
over your
he's
problems.
thrown away from the team, literally.
Oh,
Trapped in another dimension, and just right now, just spilling his guts out to the only person who will listen at the pool.
Yeah, he was a nice Cthulhu-headed
kind of
butler.
has to listen, doesn't he?
All right.
He's just there.
Yeah, he's a good butler. He listens.
Right.
So next time, I just got some scheduling. We're nothing next week because it's July 4th. So we're gonna be celebrating July 3rd. But people are busy celebrating our nation's birth. So we're gonna be having some firework fun. I'm sure unfortunately can't game. The week after that, we're gonna not continue this story. We're gonna be doing another one shot, another Generation Villain one shot. Where it's going to be some heroes in prison, or not heroes.
Heroes and villains.
Villains in prison. It's going to be a prison episode. So
The return of Sister Midnight.
yes,
I know
Sister
that.
Midnight making another return.
I'll be introducing the seamstress.
Yeah, will some cool characters. I think everybody here will be there. We might have Michael back as well. I think Dallas tend to miss this one, the next
On
one.
the 10th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to miss the villains in the prison.
So very sorry about that. But after that, we're going to be getting back into the swing of things. We're going to continue this story with an issue set in Ireland with called I See No Glory, where things are going to get much weirder. And there's a lot of political stuff in this episode, particularly, but like, hey, it's the 80s. This is when comics are mature, okay? They got messages now. And Alan Moore and Frank Miller, before they both went insane, we're both very much into like the the kind of the counterculture, anti-corporate, rebelliousness of the day. So I'm sort of trying to echo that in this storyline. So
Would Generation Heroes version of Watchmen would have come out by now?
yeah, this is Generation Heroes version of Watchmen, actually.
Yeah.
I would say so. Or maybe this is Generation Heroes Dark Knight Returns.
I feel like
People
it's
are
almost
dying.
Generation Heroes Doom
People are getting
Patrol.
slaughtered.
It's getting there, yeah.
Yeah.
So all that and more when we return. But next time,
Yeah.
Generation Villain, hard
First year's
time.
debut.
Nice. So make sure and check us out. We'll be back in 2 weeks. All right. Have a good vacation, whatever you're going to do, and we'll check out some villains here in a couple weeks.
Sounds good.
Peace out, guys. Have a good night.
Well,
Pull up a
peace out.
chair.
See ya.
Time.
Make time to
Two.
tabletop.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Say hi to your mother for me.
And happy.